fun stuff to follow on your Friday night here is rolling down the ramp and starting outside. Row number one is going to be Anthony Esberg.
Mm-hmm.
That guy had a night last night and became very
Well,
topical on social media for a variety of reasons.
Hey
One of the things we
everybody,
talked about early in the broadcast here,
this is
Lenny, is
the
that
Chili Bowl, and my
get a
uncle
car, bring it
is
out, you can run it. Right?
Tony
Esberg
Esberg,
coming in with
and this is him racing.
And minimal as being really generous dirt midget experience.
Yeah,
it was none.
I think none. Hey, let's go upstairs to Chris Wilner.
Quickly here with Eric Wilkins taking his first feature here of the night. Eric, when you've got a guy like Jason McDougal and Hunter Schoenberg in this race, how much intensity is it just to get out to the lead and try to pull away?
Yeah, I just try to hold my own and not make mistakes, and I try not to look to see who's in the race. Everybody here is a super good driver, and they all run the tour and everything. So yeah, just try to hold our own, make sure we're doing what we need to do, and keep every time we get out there, try to make our car better.
How's the track right now? Any adjustments in the stick turnaround?
I can only do 60 seconds of it.
Well, the track's slicking enough, so you can run the bottom or the top.
It's okay.
One of the problems
You can
is
still
the
do
top's
another
really
one.
hard packed, so
When the race
you get in
actually
there and it
starts,
tosses the front
don't
end
do
over
it
and stuff
then.
like that. But,
You don't have to post it.
we just we'll make a couple changes. Not a lot, it's going to be hard to pass, so we'll just go from here.
All right. Best of luck. We'll see you in the G, and get a drink of water. I know you guys are working hard out there. That's Eric Wilkins moving on to the G-Main, guys.
Connor, in following up on the Esberg adventure, was he pitted near somebody that maybe went over and provided a little bit of, mentoring, wisdom transfer by any chance?
I'm not sure.
He's buried in the back.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where he's pitted. It's been a day or two since I've walked to the very back of the building, so I don't know exactly where he's parked at. But I know Chase Rodman tweeted that he was talking to him and trying to help him out a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe there were some other guys too that were helping out.
The two parts to it. One, minimal experience, and you're coming in on Chili Bowl, and that's a really rough way to cut your teeth. Although we've seen a number of drivers do it, just albeit with some higher level competition experience.
Yeah, maybe race somewhere else.
The other one that kind of got him under a little bit of fire is the fact that was only running the old school neck roll.
Yeah, you got to get one of the modern head and neck protection devices to really do this. Hey, here's our lineup. Ryan Hall and Anthony Esberg, Donnie Gerber and Brock Barrett, Troy Rutherford, Kevin Woody Jr., A.J. Burns, Eddie Tafoya Jr., Donovan Peterson, Slater Helt, Justin Allgaier, Emilio Hoover, and these drivers, Chase Stockin, Jesse Chappell, Matt Linder, and Jimmy Glenn.
Remember as well that Burns is in a rented car, that he came down to the very last day and he just couldn't get the engine to run in his own ride. So ended up renting a car from Chad Freewald at the very last second. So that's a new to him race car that he was in last night and now in today for H-Main action.
Wow.
Troy Rutherford, we talked about on his prelim night. You ever been out to Ventura Raceway in California, Lenny?
Been to the parking lot, not to the inside of the speedway, but I did go there just to see it one time, yes.
Their VRA Sprint Car Series that they've run there forever. It was about a stretch of, say, 7, 8 years where if Troy Rutherford didn't win, it was a surprise.
Okay.
Guy was and probably still is killer in wingless sprint car competition, SoCal. Which was hard to come by this year, as California locked down hard due to the pandemic.
Well, hopefully better days ahead for all of us. And right now, better letters maybe for this group. We'll see if Allgaier can come up through. Jimmy, not Jimmy, excuse me, Connor.
Oh, boy, you're calling me Jimmy now?
No, sorry.
Jimmy
Connor,
does have similarly good hair.
No, that's true. Engineering on these cars. We talked about the pipes and stuff. Did you see anything really stuck out at you that said, hey, that guy's got a pretty trick setup that nobody else does? Or, wow, why would you do that kind of setup? Have you seen one of those that stopped you this week?
I don't think so. I haven't paid, honestly, too much attention to the detail of the cars. Normally when I'm back in the pit area, it's moving quickly from car to car getting interviews. So I haven't really stopped to pay any close attention to detail, but I did run some, looked on the internet a little bit at this Anthony Esberg guy to see maybe what his background in racing was, and there's not a whole lot showing up from what I found. Does look like he has some experience at Lakeport Speedway in California, which seems to be a pavement track in the sportsman division, so I'm not sure what the sportsman division would entail there, perhaps like a pavement dwarf car or something like that, but not finding a whole lot on Anthony Esberg, so we'll see what he does here from the outside of the front row. And Ryan Hall, whose teammate, I believe Kyle Simon, has transferred already earlier in the day, is eliminated now, but we're going right out of turn 4. Esberg contact already into the wall, drops back to about the 4th or 5th position side by side for P2. Brock Barrett in that 8B machine slides up in front of Dennis Geimer, and now Brock Barrett goes around, and boy, there's some contact in the back, and a car stopping in turn 4. That is the 27B of AJ Burns.
Yeah, he just got a breakdown so much that it just stopped.
Bounced around like pinballs there from about, oh, I don't know, third on through the entirety of the field. Get a look at the Longacre Racing Products replay, and yeah, talk about chain reaction.
Barrett kind of got sideways, kept going. Eddie Tafoya Jr., I want to say maybe it looked like he hopped on the binders to avoid a potentially spinning Brock Barrett.
Well, the guy with no experience made it through the corner, and 4 guys with supposedly had experience didn't. So,
well, shock knocked off the mount on the right front of the Burns car.
1 lap complete, 9 to go. Ryan Hall, your leader. Dennis Geiber, Brock Barrett. Is it Geiber or Geiber? Caleb, are we aware?
I've been saying Gieber.
Okay, Gieber in 2nd, Brock Barrett in 3rd, Troy Rutherford 4th, Esberg drops to 5th, Kevin Woody Jr. in the 6th and final transfer spot. Slater Helt, Eddie Tafoya Jr., Donovan Peterson, Emilio Hoover, Jimmy Glenn, Jesse Shapel, Justin Allgaier, Chase Stockton, Matt Linder, AJ Burns. Deep in the field, watch out for Allgaier, Shapel, Hoover, Stockton, Linder, those guys that transferred in. Emilio Hoover up to the 10th position already, guys that transferred in from the Main, or I should say the I-Main.
yeah. I think they're going to be the story more so than the front. We've got a group of guys that are going to be thundering up through here if we get some laps, winding off.
Yeah, we'll see. Ryan Hall, the leader in the 79, saw Eber jump into P2 from the inside of the 2nd row. Problems for Allgaier in the 1A. Xfinity Series driver for Junior Motorsports, multiple wins in that series, and a Cup veteran as well. I feel like a lot of people forget that Justin Allgaier made his way up through the dirt range prior to going to NASCAR. We are back to green. Barrett feeling some pressure from Rutherford for the 2nd position. Rutherford up on the, or down on the low side, as I should say. Barrett on the high side. Anthony Esberg in the 1X, feeling pressure from the 0B of Kevin Woody Jr. Esberg falls back to the 6th position, gets into Woody there in turn 1, Eddie Tafoya to drive by as well. 3 wide nearly on the back straightaway as the 0B of Woody almost went around in turn 4. Tafoya into P6, Slater held in 98C, the black car on the high side behind Tafoya in the top line, trying to work into a transfer spot. Woody on the bubble, Tafoya goes by him, and Woody gets together with Hoover. We're going to say green. Wow, but tough break for both of those cars as they were around transfer spots and fall back. Slater Held moves into P6 as Brock Barrett goes to P2. Ryan Hall, Brock Barrett, Dennis Geimer, Troy Rutherford, Eddie Tafoya, Slater Held, Chase Stockton up to P7. Keep an eye on the 1G and Chase Stockton. Boy, long distance between he and Slater Held. Stockton run him down with 4 to go. And Stockton's going to have a chance as we have a yellow for Kevin Woody Jr.
Woody 360'd himself there, popped the other car. So Stockton, maybe Allgaier?
Yeah, Allgaier up to P8. That's going to be an interesting battle. Both of those cars trying to get into transfer spots, and
the big thing is that wipes out a 1.6 second gap between Helt, Stockton, and Allgaier.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be nose to tail here on the restart.
And Emilio Hoover's still riding in 11.
These 4 laps are going to be rush hour.
All right, guys, so what you're seeing there is all the suspension in and on the left front of that. And quite the banana in that axle as it has been crumpled in and done.
Done.
4 to go.
And
Anything can happen.
anything can happen. Eddie Tafoya Jr. worked his way into a transfer spot. He's in P5 with Rutherford, Gamer, Barrett, Hall still in transfer spots. Stockton and Allgaier are going to be the story, both out of transfer spots now, both trying to get inside that top 6 as we're back underway. Stockton going to try the top as Helt goes to the bottom lane. Here comes Stockton on the high side, couldn't make it happen. And now it's Helt in the 98 run on the high side. Stockton going to follow him, and Helt is going to go by Eddie Tafoya to put Tafoya on the bubble. Stockton not going away. Allgaier's dropped back a little bit. Still there is Stockton going to go by Tafoya down the back stretch for the transfer spot.
There's Allgaier trying to get in there.
Allgaier back in the picture, runs the top. Slater held in the 98C, feeling pressure from Stockton. Stockton does not want to be on the bubble. Allgaier might be faster. He goes by for the 6th spot. Now it's Stockton back to the inside, pulls the slide job. Allgaier had to hop on the binders, white flag in the air. One more time around. Stockton slides up.
It's time to jump the canyon for Allgaier if he's going to make it.
Slater Helt in the final transfer spot. Allgaier's going to look to his inside. Checker flag out. Final transfer spot given to Slater Helt at 98C. And a tough ending to the 2021 Chili Bowl for Justin Allgaier. But Chase Stockton does transfer into the second G feature.
It's Caesar's Palace for Allgaier. You don't know what I'm talking about, though. Caesar's Palace is where he can evil wreck big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The